Today on the Occult Detective, I'm going to take the Your Best Shelf Challenge. Maybe you caught Gavin's video over at Genre Books for his Your Best Shelf Challenge. This is where he took 10 books, rare items that he wanted to have in his collection in a perfect world. Michael K. Vaughn did a video on this as well, and I thought I'd kind of chew on it a little bit, and I'm going to come at it a little differently than most. So 9 of the books on my list are the same book. That's right. I'm going to show 9 volumes of Aleister Crowley's Moonchild that I would love to have in my collection. And we're going to run the gambit. I'm going to go from the rarest to the most recent. And yeah, I'd love to have one of each. If you're not familiar, Aleister Crowley published the novel Moonchild in 1917, and it's an occult detective novel that shows conflict between 2 magical orders, the White Lodge and the Black Lodge, and they are fighting over a woman who has been impregnated with the Moonchild that they see as this scion of a new age. And if that sounds familiar to you, it was a huge influence on Twin Peaks. It's a novel that I've always had great admiration for. I know a lot of critics, it's kind of hit or miss for them, but I really enjoy Crowley's writing style, and I enjoy the kind of deep dive into magical theory that Crowley uses the novel to kind of pass along to the reader. What he's done is he's used it as a way to instruct students in a narrative form, and it's very intriguing and one of my favorite novels, and so thus I would like to own these 9 editions. Now, the 10th book is a little something different. We'll talk about that in a minute. So my holy grail, the holiest of holies, the one book that I would love to get my hands on, is also Aleister Crowley related, and it is the first edition of Magic in Theory and Practice, which was published in 1929. Now, I don't want just any first edition. I want one edition in particular. And that is the one that was from the personal library of Manly Wade Wellman. If you're unfamiliar, Manly Wade Wellman was just a brilliant pulp author. In particular, I loved his John Thunstone stories, but also like John the Balladeer and so many other great, stories that were published in Weird Tales and elsewhere. But a truly terrific author, one of my favorites. This book popped up on eBay several years ago, and it was unfortunately way out of my price range. But yeah, if I could own any one book, that's the one I'd want. Pay close attention to what's written there on the inside of the book. So there you have it. My best shelf. The dream of dreams. And who knows, maybe someday I'll get my hands on one or two or maybe all of them. All right, that's all I have for you today. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll talk again real soon.